before the throne of God, in a place where time does not exist and light sings with every breath, there stands an angel you have never heard of, an angel who does not fight with a sword, an angel who does not command armies, an angel whose wings have never once been stained by the battles of heaven. Yet all of heaven pauses when she walks by, because this angel carries the most fragile, most powerful weapon in the entire universe: your prayers. Her name is Selaphiel, the keeper of incense, the guardian of whispers, the angel who protects the prayers of saints. But how does heaven protect your prayers? And why does the enemy fight hardest when you pray? And what happens to a prayer after it leaves your lips? If you really want to know, then stay with me till the end of the story, because by then, your understanding of heaven's position concerning your various prayers will amaze you. And if you really love to continue joining us in uncovering more deep mysteries in the supernatural and the unseen world, we encourage you to like this video and subscribe to Bible Deep Mysteries to get more of these stories daily. Today, we uncover a mystery few ever hear, and every believer desperately needs to know. Long before humanity took its first breath, long before Adam opened his eyes, long before the watchers descended, or the serpent spoke, God established a law of heaven. Every true prayer must be carried into my presence. And for this task, he created one angel whose role was unlike any other. She was not formed for war. She was not forged for judgment. She was crafted for something more delicate, to guard the cries of the broken. Selaphiel's wings were woven from quietness. Her voice was soft as morning wind. Her eyes reflected compassion deeper than oceans. Where Michael guarded the realms, Gabriel carried the messages. Raphael healed the nations. Selaphiel guarded the communion between God and man. Among the angels, Selaphiel was seen as gentle, a being who felt deeply, listened intently, and grieved when humanity suffered. She walked not among stars, but among whispers. She traveled not through galaxies, but through tears. She stood by the beds of the dying, the corners of lonely rooms, the hearts of believers who could not speak, but only weep, for she had been assigned to gather silent prayers, whispered prayers, desperate prayers, angry prayers, prayers full of doubt, prayers of repentance, prayers of worship, prayers that seemed to fail. Her hands never closed around a weapon. Her hands closed around faith. But there came a moment in history when the prayers of the saints were under threat. It began the day Lucifer rebelled, when he fell like lightning. His hatred was not only toward God, but toward those who still dared to speak to God. For Lucifer knew a secret. A praying human is more dangerous than a legion of angels. So he ordered his fallen spirits: strike their minds, distract their hearts, break their confidence, silence their prayers. And the war for prayer began. The enemy discovered that he could not stop prayers from being born, but he could try to corrupt them, weigh them, cloud them with fear, or interfere before they reached heaven. Every time a believer cried out in desperation, demons rushed like shadows, trying to twist the words, inject doubt, or drown the prayer in exhaustion. But Selaphiel stood between heaven and the darkness. When a woman wept for her sick child, she covered her prayer in light. When a man whispered forgiveness through shaking lips, she sealed the prayer with strength. When a believer prayed but felt nothing, she carried the prayer anyway, even when the human thought it had failed. But then, the crisis deepened. There came a night on earth when the cries of believers rose like a flood, and the enemy unleashed a darkness fiercer than anything before. The prayers were so heavy with pain that Selaphiel's wings shook. For the first time since her creation, she struggled to rise. Heaven opened. The throne of God blazed like 1,000 suns. The host stood in silent rows. Michael's armor shone like fire. Gabriel bowed with trembling reverence. And Selaphiel stood before the Ancient of Days, clutching prayers against her chest, like a shepherd carrying wounded lambs. The Father looked upon her and said, "Why do your wings tremble, my servant?" And Selaphiel answered, "Because the earth is weeping, my Lord, and the darkness is striking at their prayers." Heaven fell silent. Then God spoke a decree that shook eternity. "Let no prayer of the righteous be lost. Protect their cries, even if the heavens must be moved. At that moment, God strengthened Selaphiel. Light wrapped around her wings. Strength poured into her being. Fire like incense rose from her hands. She was transformed. From that day forward, the enemy could no longer break a prayer. Once it entered Selaphiel's grasp, prayers the enemy tried to choke became fire. Prayers whispered with doubt became thunder. Prayers spoken in weakness became weapons in heaven. And so Selaphiel walks the earth still. When you kneel and feel nothing, she stands beside you. When you pray and the words won't come, she gathers the tears instead. When you whisper a name of someone you love, she carries it like treasure. When a believer cries out, "God, help me," she flies with wings that burn the darkness behind her. You have never prayed alone. Not once, not ever. And every day as the sun rises on earth, Selaphiel ascends again to the throne. She pours the prayers of the saints like incense before God. The fragrance rises into eternity. Heaven listens. Heaven responds. Heaven moves. And God looks upon the prayers and says, "These are precious to me." Your prayers are heard. Your whispers matter. Your tears are carried. Your weakness is not a barrier. Your doubt does not disqualify you. You are not praying into emptiness. You are praying into eternity. Every prayer becomes light in the hands of heaven, and heaven never lets the light go. This is heaven's position concerning your various prayers. Now you know it. So, if you really appreciate the heaven's position concerning all your various prayers, type in the comment section below. Now I know how precious all my prayers are to you, God. Thank you so much, Almighty